Have you ever felt like life is happening to you rather than for you? Like everyone around you is moving forward while you're stuck in the same place? What if I told you that the power to change your life, the power to shift your energy, and the power to create the future you desire already exists inside you, not somewhere else, not in someone else's hands, but within YO, given by the source that created you? Today, I want to talk to you about something so simple, yet so powerful, that most of us overlook it. Focusing on yourself and shifting your energy. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every action you take sends out energy into the universe. And here's the truth. Your life responds not to your circumstances, but to your focus. The moment you decide to focus on yourself, to align your energy with your purpose, miracles start happening. Not because someone else is blessing you, but because God's design within you is responding to the intention and energy you put out. So today, I'm going to share with you 10 powerful ways to focus on yourself, shift your energy, and unlock the life you were born to live. These are principles that anyone, anywhere can apply because they are not about religion, politics, or luck. They are about you and the divine power within you. And your energy is your currency. Think about that for a moment. Every thought you think, every feeling you harbor, every word you speak, every action you take, it's all a form of currency. And just like money, it has value. The difference is this currency is invisible, yet more powerful than anything tangible you could hold in your hands. While money can buy things, your energy can create the life itself. It can attract people, opportunities, and circumstances that align with the life you dream of. And just like money, you have to be intentional about how you spend it. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is scroll through your phone, seeing posts that make you feel anxious, inadequate, or jealous. You check the news and get bombarded by negativity. You walk into work and someone complains incessantly about everything. If you don't guard your energy, all of these moments, seemingly small, silently drain your life force. They take away the vibrancy, creativity, and confidence you could have brought into the day. You might not see it immediately, but by the end of the week, you feel heavier, less inspired, and more disconnected from your purpose. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine starting your morning with intentionality. You take a few deep breaths, acknowledge the gift of another day, and remind yourself of the purpose you carry. You feed your mind with uplifting words, motivating stories, or the simple practice of gratitude. You walk into work with a calm confidence, focusing on what you can contribute rather than what's wrong around you. You smile at people, offer encouragement, and approach challenges with curiosity instead of fear. That energy, that vibration is like a magnet. Opportunities start to appear. People respond to you differently. Doors that seemed closed before begin to open. That is the currency of energy at work. Your energy determines the quality of your relationships too. Consider a friend who constantly complains, criticizes, or drains you emotionally. Being around them leaves you exhausted, even if nothing dramatic happens. Now think of a friend who lifts you up, inspires you, and believes in your potential. Their presence energizes you, fills your mind with possibilities, and makes you feel like you can achieve anything. The energy you allow into your life either strengthens or weakens your capacity to live fully. This is why protecting your energy is not selfish. It is sacred. It is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Even in daily habits, energy plays a pivotal role. When you approach a task with dread and negativity, the work becomes heavy, difficult, and uninspiring. The same task approached with curiosity, excitement, and focus feels lighter, more manageable, and even enjoyable. The results are different, the creativity is amplified, and the doors of opportunity swing wider. That is how energy shapes outcomes. Your thoughts and emotions are not just abstract feeling, they are forces that ripple out into reality, creating tangible effects. Now, let's consider the idea of energy like money in a bank account. Every thought of doubt, every moment of anger, every interaction filled with frustration is like withdrawing from your account without purpose. Eventually, you become overdrawn, exhausted, and depleted. On the other hand, moments of kindness, self-discipline, focused work, and intentional joy are deposits. They grow your account. They compound over time. The more you invest wisely, the more abundant your life becomes. Think of someone you admire, someone who seems to have a life full of abundance and joy. I promise you, their secret is not luck. It is how they manage their energy. They know when to protect it, when to invest it, and when to release it. They avoid wasting it on negativity, drama, and things beyond their control. Instead, they focus their energy on what matters: growth, purpose, love, and creation. They understand that energy spent wisely compounds into influence, success, and fulfillment. Even your physical body responds to energy. When you are drained, you feel weak, lethargic, and uninspired. When your energy is high, your mind is sharp, your body feels alive, and your spirit is aligned. Energy is not just spiritual, it is physical, emotional, and mental. Every choice you make either adds to it or diminishes it. Choosing what nourishes your mind, heart, and soul is the same as depositing currency into the most valuable bank in existence, yourself. Here is the most beautiful part. Energy is infinite, but only if you treat it with respect. You can regenerate it by giving yourself space, by surrounding yourself with positivity, by engaging in activities that bring joy, and by connecting with the divine power within you. It multiplies when shared with others intentionally, but it diminishes when wasted on trivialities, complaints, or jealousy. So today, I want you to see your energy as the currency it truly is. Guard it, invest it, spend it wisely. Align it with your goals, your purpose, and your highest potential. Remember, no one else can spend it for you. No one else can control it. The power to shape your life, to attract abundance, to create joy, lies in how you manage this currency every single day. Protect it, nurture it, and watch as your life transforms beyond your wildest dreams. Your energy is the true wealth you carry, and when you realize this, when you truly value it, you will never waste it again. Every thought, every word, every action can become a deposit that builds a life full of purpose, joy, and divine alignment. That is the power that is already within you. That is the currency of your life. Spend it wisely. Silencing the noise is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. In today's world, we are constantly surrounded by distractions, opinions, and messages that pull us in every direction. Social media, news, coworkers, friends, family, even the little voice inside your own head, all of it is noise. And if you are not intentional, it will control your life. Noise doesn't just distract, it drains. It clouds your judgment, diminishes your confidence, and robs you of the clarity and peace that allow you to move forward with purpose. Think about how often have you started a day with a clear intention, only to find yourself stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed by the end of it. You scroll through posts comparing your life to someone else's. You listen to criticism that isn't meant to help. You replay conversations in your head that bring frustration or regret. That is noise infiltrating your mind. And every second you let it in, it steals a piece of your focus, your energy, and your power. Silencing the noise is not about ignoring life or pretending problems don't exist. It is about choosing what deserves your attention, what deserves your energy, and what aligns with your purpose. Imagine sitting in a beautiful garden. You hear the birds, the wind rustling the leaves, the gentle flow of water in a nearby stream. Suddenly, someone starts honking a horn, playing loud music, and shouting. The garden is still there, but you can no longer hear the calming sounds around you. That is what noise does to your life. It makes it harder to hear the guidance, the inspiration, and the subtle nudges from the divine within you. In daily life, silencing the noise can look different for everyone. It could be limiting the people you allow to influence you. Some friends or family members may unknowingly speak negativity into your life, question your choices, or plant seeds of doubt. They may think they are helping, but if their energy doesn't align with your purpose, their words are noise. You have to honor yourself enough to step back, create boundaries, and protect your mental and emotional space. It could also be silencing the digital noise, the constant bombardment of alerts, notifications, and endless scrolling. Consider this. An hour lost to mindless scrolling is an hour lost to creating, growing, or connecting with the life you truly want. That 1 hour could have been spent learning a new skill, writing your goals, meditating, or simply reflecting on what matters most. Noise doesn't just steal time, it steals your momentum. Silencing it is like reclaiming your hours, your days, and ultimately your life. Even in your own mind, noise can be the loudest. Doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs can echo endlessly if you let them. I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I'll fail. These are internal voices, but they are influenced by all the external noise you absorb. Silencing them doesn't mean pretending they aren't there. It means training your mind to recognize them, acknowledge them, and choose not to let them dictate your actions. Replace them with affirmations, intentions, and truths about who you are and what you are capable of. The louder you make your inner clarity, the easier it becomes to quiet the noise outside. Let me give you an example from daily life. Imagine an artist trying to create a masterpiece. If the artist constantly listens to critics, compares themselves to other artists, or doubts their own ability, the painting will never reach its full potential. But the moment the artist silences the noise, turns off the criticism, focuses on their vision, listens to their own intuition, the masterpiece begins to emerge. Life works the same way. Your dreams, your goals, your purpose, they require space, silence, and focus to grow. Noise will only blur the lines and delay your progress. Silencing the noise also allows you to hear the subtle guidance that is always available to you. When your mind is calm, free from distraction, you start noticing patterns, opportunities, and ideas that were invisible before. You begin to trust your instincts more deeply, make decisions with clarity, and respond to challenges with wisdom rather than reaction. The quiet is not emptiness. It is the space where your energy aligns with your purpose, where your vision becomes clear, and where you connect with the power within you. Every successful person understands the power of silence. They don't let everyone's opinions dictate their path. They don't allow every distraction to steal their focus. They create space to think, to plan, and to act in alignment with their goals. And you can do the same. Silence the noise, and you reclaim your life, your energy, and your destiny. So today, I challenge you to take a step back from the distractions that pull at your mind. Set boundaries with people and technology. Observe your thoughts without judgment, and give yourself the gift of clarity. The world will always have noise. What matters is that you don't allow it to drown out the divine voice within you, the energy that drives your purpose, and the focus that creates your destiny. Silence the noise and watch how your life transforms from confusion to clarity, from distraction to purpose, and from overwhelm to unstoppable momentum. When you do this, you'll realize something incredible. The quieter you become, the stronger your energy becomes. The less you let others dictate your reality, the more power you discover within yourself. Silence is not empty. It is full of possibilities, inspiration, and the divine guidance waiting for you to listen. Your focus is your superpower, and your energy is your fuel. Guard it, nurture it, and protect it from noise. Because once you do, nothing can stop you from becoming the person you were always meant to be. Investing in yourself daily is the single most powerful decision you can make. Think about it. Every hour you spend learning, growing, or improving yourself is an investment in the life you want to create. Unlike money, which can be lost or spent by someone else, the knowledge, skills, discipline, and habits you develop are yours forever. They compound over time, creating returns far beyond what you can imagine. And yet, most people spend their lives investing in everything but themselves. They invest in distractions, in opinions of others, in fleeting pleasures, and wonder why their life doesn't reflect their dreams. Consider the person who spends hours scrolling through social media, comparing themselves to others, watching entertainment that drains their energy, or worrying about things beyond their control. Every minute spent this way is a minute taken away from building skills, expanding knowledge, or growing in confidence. These choices don't just waste time. They silently shape your future in ways that limit your potential. Now imagine a different life. Imagine if you took just an hour a day to read a book, learn a skill, exercise your body, meditate, or reflect on your purpose. 1 hour may not seem like much, but over a year, it becomes 365 hours. A year of your life invested in your growth, your energy, and your success. That is the power of investing in yourself daily. Daily investment in yourself isn't only about intellectual growth. It's about emotional, spiritual, and physical growth too. Taking care of your body through exercise and nutrition ensures that you have the energy to pursue your goals. Feeding your mind with positive thoughts, uplifting stories, or motivational content trains you to think bigger and act bolder. Nurturing your spirit, whether through reflection, meditation, or connection with the divine within you, keeps you aligned with purpose and clarity. Every small act of care and discipline is a deposit into the most important account you will ever have yourself. Look at your daily routines closely. How many of them are creating the future you want? How many of them are mindless habits repeated without intention? Investing in yourself requires awareness. It requires asking questions like, am I learning something new today? Am I pushing myself beyond comfort? Am I strengthening my body, mind, and spirit? Am I becoming a better version of myself than I was yesterday? Every answer matters because each choice compounds. Small, intentional steps towards self-improvement create a momentum that nothing else can replicate. Even in everyday life, opportunities to invest in yourself are all around you. Imagine someone commuting to work. That same time spent listening to gossip or worrying about problems could instead be used to listen to an inspiring podcast, learn a new skill, or reflect on goals. A few minutes of planning your day can save hours of wasted energy. Cooking a healthy meal instead of grabbing fast food not only nourishes your body, but strengthens your self-discipline. Saying no to distractions and yes to focus time with yourself or your craft is not selfish, it is strategic. Investing in yourself also means investing in your mental resilience. Life will always challenge you. Circumstances will not always go your way. People may not always support your vision, but the person who has invested in themselves, who has developed their skills, confidence, and clarity is unshakable. They are able to navigate setbacks with courage, approach obstacles with creativity, and rise stronger each time. Your investment in yourself is armor against the unpredictability of life. Think about successful people you admire. What makes them stand out is not just talent. It's relentless commitment to growth. They read, they train, they reflect, they plan, they discipline themselves. They invest in their skills, their mindset, and their health every single day. That is how they create impact, opportunity, and abundance. And that same strategy is available to you. Your life is not determined by luck or circumstance. It is determined by how much you are willing to invest in yourself daily. Investing in yourself also strengthens your confidence. When you know that you are learning, improving, and progressing, it changes how you walk, how you speak, and how you approach challenges. You start attracting opportunities naturally because your energy reflects growth and purpose. People sense it. Doors open, mentors appear, ideas flow. The universe responds to energy that is aligned with self-investment and intentional growth. And here's the beauty, the return on investment is exponential. A single hour spent learning a new skill might lead to a promotion. A day of reflection might give you clarity to make a life-changing decision. A small act of self-care might shift your energy, improving every interaction you have that day. The effects ripple outward into your relationships, career, health, and overall fulfillment. The more consistently you invest, the more profound the results. So today, make a commitment to yourself. Invest time, energy, and intention into your growth every single day. Prioritize learning, health, discipline, and reflection. Protect your hours from distractions and energy-draining influences. Nourish your body, mind, and spirit. Remember that the smallest consistent efforts compound into monumental results. You are the most valuable asset you will ever own, and investing in yourself is the ultimate act of wisdom, love, and respect for the life God designed for you. Every step you take to improve yourself, every moment you dedicate to growth is a declaration that you value your life and your potential. The rewards may not always be immediate, but they are inevitable. Your consistent daily investment in yourself creates momentum, clarity, and a life that reflects the greatness within you. The truth is simple. When you invest in yourself, you are investing in your destiny, and nothing can stop a person committed to their own growth. Detaching from outcomes is one of the most liberating and powerful shifts you can make in your life. Most people live their lives obsessing over results. They want success, recognition, or wealth, and they measure their happiness and self-worth by whether they achieve these things. But the truth is, obsessing over outcomes often drains your energy, clouds your judgment, and blocks the very things you desire. The moment you detach from outcomes, you step into a space of freedom, focus, and divine alignment. You begin to live and act from purpose rather than fear, from confidence rather than desperation, and from energy rather than pressure. Think about someone preparing for a big presentation at work. If they focus only on whether they will get praise, approval, or a promotion, their energy becomes anxious, tense, and scattered. Their mind races, their body tightens, and their performance suffers. Now imagine if the same person focuses instead on doing their best, preparing fully, and sharing their ideas with clarity and passion without obsessing about the results. Their confidence rises, their energy flows freely, and their presence becomes magnetic. When they detach from the outcome, they perform at their highest level, and ironically, the results often exceed their expectations. That is the power of detachment. It frees your energy to perform at your best and allows life to respond naturally to your alignment with purpose. Detachment doesn't mean giving up or being careless. It means trusting the process, trusting your effort, and trusting that the universe or the divine force within you has a plan greater than what you can see. Consider a farmer planting seeds. The farmer works diligently, waters the soil, removes the weeds, and ensures the plants get sunlight. But the farmer cannot control the rain, the temperature, or when the crops will grow. Obsessing over whether the harvest will succeed will not help the crops grow. It only steals the farmer's peace and energy. The farmer focuses on what they can control: effort, consistency, and care. The harvest happens in its time. Your life works in the same way. Your effort, your intention, and your energy are your responsibility. The timing and the outcome belong to a force larger than you. Even in relationships, detaching from outcomes is essential. How often do people try to control others' reactions, emotions, or decisions only to feel frustrated and disappointed? You cannot force someone to love you, support you, or understand you. What you can do is show up fully, communicate clearly, and act with integrity. By detaching from the outcome, you release the stress of needing approval or validation, and instead, you create space for authentic connections. You become magnetic because your energy is calm, confident, and aligned with your truth rather than desperate or controlling. Daily life is full of moments where attachment to outcomes can trap you. Waiting for recognition after helping someone, worrying about what others think of your appearance, stressing over the perfect result at work, or fearing judgment for pursuing your dreams. All of these are signs that you are attached to outcomes. Detachment means doing your part, giving your best effort, and letting go of the obsession with what must happen. It's a conscious choice to live in the present, not in the what-ifs or the should-haves. One practical way to detach from outcomes is to focus on your intentions and actions rather than the end result. Set clear goals, yes, but let your energy flow into preparation, effort, and discipline. Release the need to control or predict how things will unfold. Imagine writing an important email or creating a project. Pour your skill, creativity, and passion into it. Send it out. Then breathe. Knowing you have done everything within your control, your energy is no longer wasted on worry, and the results often come with more clarity and power than you could have forced. Detachment also strengthens resilience. Life is unpredictable, and things rarely go exactly as planned. When you are attached to outcomes, setbacks feel catastrophic. You feel defeated, anxious, or angry. But when you detach, setbacks become lessons, opportunities, and stepping stones. You focus on the process rather than the interruption. You adjust, adapt, and keep moving forward. Detachment turns obstacles into opportunities and disappointments into fuel for growth. Another benefit of detaching from outcomes is the liberation it brings to your mind and spirit. When you let go of constant worry about what must happen, you free mental space for creativity, inspiration, and intuition. Ideas flow more easily. Solutions appear naturally. You become aware of the subtle guidance that is always present, the divine nudges that direct you toward your highest path. The universe responds to aligned energy more than to desperate striving. Your focus shifts from force to flow, from pressure to purpose. So today, I invite you to make a conscious choice. Focus on your effort, your growth, and your purpose rather than the result. Release the burden of needing to control everything. Trust that the energy you put into your actions, the intention you carry, and the alignment you maintain are more powerful than any outcome. Detachment is not giving up. It is stepping into freedom, clarity, and confidence. When you detach from outcomes, you reclaim your energy, protect your peace, and open the door to possibilities that are bigger and more beautiful than you can imagine. Remember, this life responds to alignment, anxiety. It responds to energy, not desperation. Detach from outcomes and watch how doors open, opportunities appear, and your life flows in ways that are effortless, inspired, and profoundly fulfilling. When you focus on effort and alignment rather than results, you not only achieve more, you also experience the joy, peace, and purpose that come when your energy is free, focused, and fully yours. Releasing toxic connections is one of the most courageous and transformative steps you can take in your life. The people you allow into your inner circle, the relationships you nurture, and the energy you absorb from others all have a profound effect on your well-being, your focus, and your destiny. Every interaction leaves an imprint on your energy. Some people elevate you, inspire you, and push you to grow. Others drain you, cloud your judgment, and limit your potential. If you want to thrive, you must learn the art of releasing what no longer serves you. Think about this in your daily life. You wake up in the morning, and the first person you interact with is someone who constantly complains, criticizes, or disrespects you. By the time you leave that interaction, you feel heavier, anxious, or frustrated, even though nothing big happened. That is the subtle power of toxic connections. They don't always hit you like a punch. Sometimes they sneak in little by little, like a shadow over your energy. And when this becomes a habit, when your life is filled with constant negativity from others, it becomes almost impossible to focus, grow, or step fully into your purpose. Now, imagine the opposite. Imagine surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you to be better, support your growth, and celebrate your victories. When you are with them, you feel lighter, energized, and motivated to take action. Every conversation leaves you richer, not poorer. This is not coincidence, it's energy at work. The energy you absorb from others either lifts you or drags you down. That is why releasing toxic connections is not an act of selfishness. It is an act of self-respect, self-care, and strategic growth. In real life, toxic connections come in many forms. It could be a friend who constantly competes with you instead of celebrating your wins. It could be a family member who doubts your choices or makes you feel guilty for pursuing your dreams. It could be a coworker who thrives on gossip and negativity, infecting your focus and peace. Even romantic relationships can drain your energy if they are not built on mutual respect, trust, and growth. These connections, no matter how familiar or comfortable, have one thing in common. They pull your energy away from the life you are meant to live. Releasing toxic connections requires awareness and courage. Awareness comes first. You must recognize who or what in your life consistently drains your energy, clouds your mind, or diminishes your confidence. Sometimes toxic energy is subtle. It hides behind smiles, casual complaints, or habit. You have to look beyond surface appearances and feel the effect it has on your energy and focus. Once you recognize it, courage is needed to act. It might be distancing yourself, setting boundaries, or in some cases, walking away entirely. This is not easy, especially when emotions, history, or societal expectations are involved. But courage is what separates those who live fully from those who remain trapped in other people's energy. Think of it like pruning a tree. A gardener does not leave dead branches or harmful growths intact because they take resources away from what is alive and growing. The same is true for your life. Toxic connections are like dead branches. They consume energy, block sunlight, and prevent your life from thriving. By releasing them, you create space for healthy relationships, opportunities, and experiences that nurture your growth. The pruning may feel uncomfortable at first, but it allows your energy to flow freely and your life to grow stronger and more vibrant. Even in professional life, releasing toxic connections is essential. Colleagues who undermine you, competitors who thrive on negativity, or mentors who no longer support your growth can all hinder your progress. Protecting your energy in these environments means being strategic, limiting exposure, setting boundaries, and focusing on collaboration with people who inspire and elevate you. This not only improves your mental state, but also strengthens your performance, focus, and creativity. Another important aspect of releasing toxic connections is self-reflection. Sometimes toxicity is a pattern we unconsciously accept because it feels familiar or because we fear change. It takes courage to look honestly at your relationships and recognize the ones that are holding you back. It takes strength to say, I deserve better. I will not allow anyone to drain my energy or derail my purpose. And it takes commitment to follow through, even when it is uncomfortable or challenges your emotional attachments. When you release toxic connections, something remarkable happens. Your energy, once scattered and drained, begins to align with your purpose. You start attracting people who reflect the best version of yourself. Opportunities appear in places you never imagined. Your confidence grows, and your ability to focus on your goals becomes unstoppable. Life begins to feel lighter, freer, and more inspired. You realize that every toxic connection you release is a gift to yourself, a declaration that you value your energy, your peace, and your destiny more than anything else. So today, make a decision to examine your life. Identify the people, patterns, and connections that drain you rather than elevate you. Have the courage to release them with anger or resentment, but with clarity, love, and respect for yourself. Protect your energy, nurture your growth, and surround yourself with positivity. Remember, the people you choose to keep in your inner circle have the power to amplify your life or limit it. Choose wisely. Release what no longer serves you, and watch how your life transforms as your energy rises, your focus sharpens, and your purpose unfolds in ways more beautiful than you ever imagined. Your energy is sacred. The people you allow into your life should reflect that. Release toxicity, protect your space, and step into the life you were always meant to live. Gratitude transforms your vibration in ways that are both subtle and profound. It is one of the most powerful tools. You have to shift your energy, elevate your life, and attract abundance. Yet so many people overlook it. They focus on what they don't have, on what's missing, on what went wrong, and they wonder why life feels heavy, challenging, or unsatisfying. The truth is, the energy of gratitude is magnetic. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, your vibration rises, doors open, opportunities begin to flow into your life in ways you never imagined. Think about a simple, everyday example. You wake up in the morning and complain about the alarm, traffic, or the weather. You rush through the day, focusing on problems and obstacles. By the time the day ends, you feel drained, frustrated, and defeated. Now, imagine a different approach. You wake up, take a deep breath, and say, I am grateful for this new day. I am grateful for my health, my family, my mind, and my opportunities. That simple shift in focus transforms not only your energy, but your entire experience of the day. Suddenly, your attention is on possibility rather than scarcity. You see opportunities where you previously saw obstacles. Your mind opens, your heart softens, and your energy becomes magnetic. Gratitude is not just about feeling good. It's about aligning your energy with abundance. Energy follows thought. When your thoughts are filled with lack, anxiety, and comparison, your energy shrinks. But when your thoughts are filled with appreciation, acknowledgement, and thanks, your energy expands. People notice it, opportunities notice it, and life responds. Even the simplest acts like noticing the warmth of the sun on your face, the smile of a stranger, or the taste of a good meal can raise your vibration in profound ways. Consider someone facing challenges at work. A project is delayed, a client is difficult, and stress is mounting. Most people in that situation focus on frustration, blame, and disappointment, but someone who practices gratitude intentionally can shift perspective. They might think, I am grateful for the opportunity to learn to improve my skills and to solve problems creatively. That gratitude transforms their energy. They approach the challenge with focus, calm, and clarity rather than panic. Their vibration shifts. Their mind becomes more resourceful, and the outcome often improves as a direct result of their elevated energy. Gratitude also strengthens relationships. Think about it. When you express genuine appreciation to those around you, their energy shifts too. Compliments, recognition, and acknowledgement are not trivial. They are powerful exchanges of energy. A simple thank you or a kind word can transform someone's day, deepen connections, and create an environment where positivity multiplies. The more gratitude you express, the more you attract people and experiences that reflect that energy. Has a way of mirroring the vibration you carry. Even in your personal growth, gratitude acts as fuel. When you focus on what you already have, you reduce the constant mental chatter of comparison and envy. You stop measuring yourself against others and instead celebrate your own journey. This creates space for progress rather than perfectionism. You recognize the small wins, the incremental steps, and the everyday miracles that often go unnoticed. Each acknowledgement strengthens your energy, reinforces your confidence, and builds momentum toward even greater achievements. Gratitude also transforms setbacks into lessons. Life will always challenge you, but when you approach difficulties with a grateful mindset, you see growth where others see loss, opportunity where others see obstacles. For example, a failed project or rejection might feel devastating in the moment, but when reframed with gratitude, it becomes a teacher, a chance to learn, improve, and prepare for something bigger. Gratitude doesn't erase challenges, it elevates your vibration so that challenges no longer drain you, they propel you. Daily practice of gratitude doesn't have to be complicated. Some people write a gratitude journal listing 3 to 5 things they appreciate each day. Others pause during their morning routine